What's going on, fam? Welcome back. This is Chris with F4YT. I hope you are having a wonderful day. I know you're having a wonderful day, and just investigating yourself, learning more about your purpose, your mission, your life path, leaving no stone unturned on your own hero's journey. And we are back with another divine alignment light code message. And as you can see on the screen, it's all about colors of the chakra, color healing, and awareness. And today we're going to deal with the color red, okay? So I hope you really been investing, those 15 minutes each and every day, learning more about who you are, why you're here on the planet at this time, and what can we all do to play our own individual part to elevate the overall energy, frequency, and vibration of the planet at this time, so we can get this party started. And that way we can have the balance, in our life, because as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. So once at this point in your life, you've been intuitively led to these presentations because the universe gonna line you up with people, like-minded people like yourself that's doing their own research. They know there's more to life than what they've been told. So it's all about leaving no stone unturned and doing your own research and seeing the bigger picture and seeing the bigger perspective, so you can see 360 degrees versus 1 degree. I hope that makes sense. So once you come to the realization that Earth is a school, and each and every day we should be investing some time to learn more about who we are and what can we do to elevate our knowledge base, our consciousness, so we can tap into our own Christ consciousness, right? So our purpose and mission in life require learning a whole bunch of life lessons to gain that experience and knowledge for our soul grow. And so as we grow, we're going to know what's right and what's wrong, what works, what doesn't work for each and every one of us, right? And once we know better, we're going to do better, because we're not going to repeat the same mistakes over and over and over again, right? And what we're going to do, we're going to take that applied knowledge, right, and wisdom that we gain, we're going to help people to help themselves, so they don't, make the same mistakes that we make. And then we can show them, proof and evidence from our experience, from our, trial and error, right? And if we do that collectively, man, we can really help people to elevate their overall thought processes, so we can, basically operate in one accord, okay? Everybody still have their own individual part to play in destiny. Nobody can do it but you, okay? But by you growing through that, transformation, atonement process, testing things out for yourself, obviously you realize that you are trusting your own intuition. You are listening to your own inner voice, your own energy. It lets you know, like, hey, that didn't work the last time. Let's try a different way. All right. So it's time to tune in. Part of my purpose is to give you a quick tune up, so you can tune in to your own inner voice, your own energy, and build a better relationship with yourself. And by now, all of us are interconnected. So if you're watching this presentation right now, the universe tapped you on the shoulder, say, hey, let's go ahead and listen to this, this presentation, or at least, look over the information and let our intuition be our guide, right? And just do our own research. So I'm telling you, don't blindly believe anything I'm telling you. I'm just sharing my experiences and the things that worked in my life and how it made sense to me. And I'm nice enough to put it into a presentation format, so for like-minded individuals who want to, continue to research, they'll have some kind of starting point, or at least some references. I hope that makes sense. That way we can grow together as a family, all right? And that way we can have some kind of continuity system too. So it's all about following your own biorhythm and flow in life. And remember, we've been talking about money. I don't want to overdo it here, but every time you get some cash flow coming in, you got to pay yourself first 10%, because you the one out there doing all the work. So before you pay any bill or anything outside of yourself, you got to pay yourself first, because you the one putting in the work. So I like to use the 3 to 5 year plan with when you paying yourself first, every month, to that 10%. And then it's okay, like maybe once a year you want to splurge on yourself. You deserve it, okay? But don't go over 20%. All right, I hope that makes sense. So it's all about, on your growth and transformation atonement process, it's all about focusing on high quality thoughts, taking in new information, because what you feed your mind, you basically, giving your brain and your mind the proper nutrients that it needs, so it can grow and see things in a bigger light or a higher perspective. I hope that makes sense so far. So with that being said, let's get ready, to really dive into it, okay? So today is all about the color red. Before we get so deep into it, please, and to help elevate your thought process and see things in a higher form, and that way you can have how would I say, better habits, better routine, a better way of thinking. You'll see things in a bigger light. Get these books. You got the Astral Body by A.E. Powell. You got the Hermetica here. Man, what's his name? Peter Gandy. But the Hermetica, the lost, knowledge of the wisdom of the pharaohs, okay? Then we have Works. This is 3 books in 1 by George W. Carey. All right, these books here is going to take you far, and it has tons of references in the back, and it's going to lead you on your own hero's journey, because you got your call to adventure, and that's what led you to this presentation right now. The universe, again, line you up with the right people, place, and event to support your growth. So when you know better, you're going to do better. So on your growth and transformation and atonement process, you're going to lose some friends that you thought were, really for your greater good, but they were actually kind of slowing you down, basically kind of like an entertainment, so to speak, until you realize, like, hey, there's more to life. I need to, take my life, seriously. I done focus a lot on the material aspect. Now the universe is pushing you, tugging you to the spiritual aspect, and that's where the real power lies, because everything happens in the spiritual realm first, the mind first, before it manifests in the physical, not the other way around. Okay, so it's time to acquire the spiritual knowledge, nourishment that you need, so you can get that material abundance that you really long for in your life. Okay, so everything starts in the mind first, starts in the spiritual realm first, before it manifests in the physical. Remember that. So the universe gonna line you up with people like myself, sharing their true ups and downs, things that work, things that doesn't work. You're gonna be on a lovely path, a lovely adventure of your trusting your own intuition, your own inner voice, your own energy. You're gonna realize, like, hey, I have a connection or affinity to the music. You're gonna learn more about music, astrology. Most importantly, you're gonna learn more about your anatomy. That's gonna help tap you into your Christ consciousness, because you are in the image of the creator, so to speak. So why not learn more about your anatomy, so you can realize, like, how much connectedness that we have, amongst each other, period. Okay, but you're gonna learn, through your growth and transformation and atonement process, you're gonna learn more about sacred geometry, and you're gonna realize each and every day, Earth is a school, and every situation that you're in, good or bad, is nothing more than a lesson and test for you to pass, so you can complete your whole 360 degrees of knowledge. Right? So you learn 360 degrees of knowledge on the material side, then you're gonna learn that spiritual knowledge, which is equal that 720, and 7 + 2 = 9. And when anytime you see that 0, that's just letting you know you basically giving birth to a new spiritual development, new path, wholeness, oneness, and it's a new beginning, a fresh start for you. Okay, it's like a never-ending story. So at the end of the day, each and every day, it's all about learning more about math, and most importantly, I almost forgot, please work with nature. She's on your side. She's your greatest teacher. Okay, but each and every day, you want to be the cause in your life instead of waiting for the effect to happen. So by you choosing to learn more about who you are while you're here on the planet, is time taking these tools here, and and the effect will be a wealth of knowledge. You'll realize, like, hey, you are more powerful than what you've been told. There's a greater connection than what we've all been told, right? So it's all about leaving no stone unturned, unlearning the things that didn't work, and learn the things that can empower you, and also can empower other people. It's all about creating your own continuity system with your own family. Okay, so I'm nice enough to share the way I see the world with like-minded individuals. I hope that makes sense. So, but without me being long-winded, let's go ahead. I'm gonna give you my key points and my takeaways, and I'm gonna get you out of here. Okay, so at the end of the day, it's all about unity consciousness. Okay, messages from the universal source within you, because by now you realize that each and every person are their own universe. You are your own universe. And so once you realize that, it's time for all of us to take full responsibility and accountability for our actions. We can no longer blame our parents, our grandparents, these institutions, God, the devil. First thing we got to blame, we got to look in the mirror first, because we the one that's choosing to take these actions. So when we have basically choose to take a higher route, so to speak, we're going to get better results. If we choose to take in better information, new, refreshing information, we're going to get new results in our life. I hope that makes sense. So when the old way doesn't work no more, right, it's time to get in new knowledge, new information, or this knowledge you already know. It's just been kind of tucked away. So the universe tapped me on the shoulder to say, hey, Chris, I need you to present this in an intuitive fashion where it can, basically resonate with like-minded individuals that's really on their search for self-discovery and knowledge of self. And that's what I'm here to do. Okay, so again, please do your own research. So underneath all the layers in the divine mind, we are, light beings having this human experience. This is your true self. And again, once you come through that portal of your mom and dad link up together to make that divine spark, which creates you, right? Once you enter this realm we call Earth, right, you're gonna get a gang of knowledge. People gonna tell you, what worked and what didn't work for them. You're gonna end up going to school, but you need to get more education outside of those institutions. Okay, that's only gonna that knowledge is gonna only take you so far, right? But you need to acquire higher knowledge if you really want to get your 360 degrees plus the other 360 degrees, so you can become whole. So you're gonna get a lot of knowledge while you're here. You're gonna test things out, see what worked and see what doesn't work for you, and you'll see who's really operating off of Stockholm syndrome. They kind of like monkey see monkey do. They're not really thinking for themselves. And then you'll realize that there are only a few individuals that actually think for themselves. They actually study higher information and try to figure out how the universe actually works and what's my part in the overall grand scheme of the universe, right? And that's going to lead you to becoming wise. And each and every day you're going to continue to test things out, and it's all about bettering yourself each and every day from my perspective. Okay, so with the Big Bang that created your spark, right, use a thought, an idea. Somebody thought of you. The grand creator thought of you, to have this experience. What does it feel like to be you? So as a man or a woman, Think by James Allen. Please invest in this book. All right. And as you you actually manifest into this reality through the portal of your divine of the mother's womb here, right? Pay attention to your 7-year growth cycles here. So hopefully you can see the sacred geometry here. Big Bang, you come through the portal of your mother's womb, you hear, right? And pay attention to your 7-year growth cycle. If you feel like, things haven't been working out, over the past 7 years or the past 14 years, and, some things been slowing you down, pay attention to the people, places, and events and the environments that you've been around. Most importantly, look at yourself in the mirror, because you the one been choosing to be exposed to these situations. Okay, but pay attention. You may have to cut some people, places, events, some habits off, so you can grow to the next level on your hero's journey. I hope that makes sense. So if you feel like you haven't been growing over the past 7 to 14, 21 years, if you've been around the block that long, pay attention to the people, place, and event, and your person and yourself and your own habits. Okay, change your routine, start acquiring new information to get higher thought forms, so you have better ideas, and that's gonna lead to better choices. Okay, so remember, the principle of truth are 7. He or she who knows these understandably possess the magic key before whose touch all doors of the temple fly open, and the temple is your mind. Remember, everything starts in the mind first, the spiritual realm first, before they manifest in the physical. So it starts in the mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender. And then to make sure, as you navigate in your own reality here, interacting with people in your day-to-day life, to make sure you operate in your heart chakra, I highly recommend that you utilize the 7 principles of Ma'at. It's going to help you snap your mindset, your focus into your heart chakra. So when you're interacting with people, you actually give them the best part of you. Okay, not the lower nature of you. So Ma'at is an ancient system of morals and values that's going to help guide your thoughts and behavior as you navigate in your everyday life. Okay, and the first, based on truth, based on fact, with honesty and integrity. Justice, a state of fairness and lawful judgment. Righteousness, a state of consistent good conduct. Reciprocity, what goes around comes around. Balance and equal distribution of weight. Order, a correct sequence of thought and action. Okay, then harmony, one accord, pleasing arrangement. So the world is equally divided between the people that want to lift people up and the people who want to tear people down. So it's up to you to choose, like, hey, you know what, I really want to do right by people. I want to lift people up for the rest of my life, and give them some high quality information that they can use, that's going to really add value to them, and that they can apply to their life, and at least get some kind of understanding of what's going on about themselves, right? So again, let's talk about the color red. I'm gonna get you guys out of here. So red, as you can see, you are the center of your own universe. So as you can see here, this is a top-down view. This is a front-to-back view. As you can see here, your own Taurus field, energy field. Okay, but this is a top-down view. So this is your own universe, your polarity, good side, not so good side, everything, color wheel. So good, bad, and you are the sun. You are the center of your own solar system, right? So with that being said, with the color red, there's a good side, not so good side to everything. It can represent either, you need to work on the increased physical energy, stamina, grounding, spontaneity, stability, and passion. So either, the things you're doing, it's not working and you need to, increase that, or the universe is saying like, hey, you need to keep up the great work. Use these in a as a tool. So all these colors, you can use these when they pop up in your reality. The universe is trying to, give you a message. So make sure you're paying attention. All right. So either it's telling you like, hey, keep up the great work. Use this as a tool to charge your energy, because you have something that you need to work on that relies on a lot of passion. Okay. So you may need the color red, to utilize as a tool to get things going. All right. But again, when it comes to the red, it's all about survival, physical needs, tribal association, and on the musical scale, it deals with do. Okay. So remember, color is a power which directly influences the soul. So knowledge of self is more important. Material items gonna come and go, but knowledge of self is more important and longer lasting. So when you learn to do things for yourself, you will be able to enlighten others, and you can help people, you get yourself out of a jam, and you can get other people out of a jam too, because they can do things for themselves. So if you don't learn anything else, please learn those 7 Hermetic principles. It's going to take you far. It's going to basically, it's the laws of the universe. By you applying the simple cause and effect, principle, it's going to get you out of a jam, because you are actually, taking the initiative in your life. You choosing like, hey, I want to learn, as much as I can about the universe and my divine connection, and what can I do to play my part. And the universe is going to mirror your intent. It's just that simple. But please learn these 7 Hermetic principles. They're going to take you far. They're going to get you out of the gym, okay? So there's a good side, not so good side to everything. Make sure you balance your doggone polarity, even yourself, okay? That masculine, feminine principle. So when you know that, hey, you have the power to either make or break a person's day, are you going to lift a person up, or are you going to tear them down? It's your choice. All right. So let's talk about, colors of the chakra, color healing and awareness with the color red. So the art of chromotherapy or color healing is an ancient one, and it can be traced back to early Egyptian times. Now, the Hindus have used colors and the healing benefits as part of their Ayurvedic medicine system since the ancient times. Now, it is also recognized by the medical profession as well as alternative therapists of all kinds as a powerful aid to recovery and healing. Okay. Now, the interiors of hospitals and healing centers are painted in the appropriate healing colors to correspond with a patient's diseases. I hope you're listening. All right. And remember, underneath all the layers, all colors tell a story. Each human and living thing on the earth plane has its own personal colors around them. Remember, we're talking about this top-down view here, all right? And these colors can change from second to second depending on what is happening in your life, even if there are particular mood changes. So it's all about, that's why, it's all about, getting out of fear, getting out of that survival mode, learn to do things for yourself. When you acquire higher knowledge, you'll realize like, hey, somebody playing the boogeyman in your life. So I'm here to break that spell like, hey, there's no boogeyman. You just need better information, okay? So with that being said, let's move on. So again, every human and living thing on the earth plane has its own personal color around them, and these colors can change from second to second depending upon what is happening in their life. All right, so even there's a particular mood changing. So the field of colors that surround us all is known as the aura. We talked about that, in a few presentations back, a while back actually. So but the aura and its colors are in constant movement, like you see here in this wheel. All right, the human body has 7 main chakras. All right, but there are many more. Okay, so but we only talk about the main 7, that really aligns your whole human anatomy, so to speak. So each of these chakras resonates with a color. So one, we have red. That's what we're going to talk about today. Orange, yellow, green, right? And then we have the green pink. Those are the 2 layers of the heart chakra. We're going to talk about that. Then we got 5. We got blue. There are 2 levels to the throat chakra too. Then we got indigo. And then we got white or violet at the very top. All right. And we're going to really, give you some tools to put in your toolbox. But most importantly, please do your own research. Okay. So when it comes to the color red, the base or the root chakra is red and is situated at the base of the spine. The base chakra represents the physical element, and it relates to the legs, feet, bones, and large intestines. 2, the base chakra houses the karmic forces, and when this chakra is active and balanced, okay, we've been talking about balancing your polarity, right? There's a sense of purpose, because you know what? You want to do right by with your life. You want to, you know, if you're going to leave your mark, you want to be known for something, not known for nothing. Okay, so with that being said, you know, you're going to have that sense of purpose, a sense of belonging to the natural world, a willingness to take full responsibility and accountability for your action and deed. And you know that, hey, you can actually help people, you know what I'm saying, with, you know, with your actions, and help yourself. And red represents activity, passion, heat, aggression, and movement. Red light has the longest wavelength and the shortest vibrational frequency, and the first basic color tone in the light spectrum that is visible to the human eye. All right, number 4, red is also known as the color of light. Red denotes the strength and vitality and the deepest human emotions. So, and it also just the sense, you know, deepest sense of passion, love, hate, revenge, spiritual connotations. Okay, red relates to the musical scale of do, and it also relates to the planet Mars and the element of fire, summer, and the zodiac sign of Aries and the direction of the south. Now, when it comes to too much red, pay attention, you know, as you navigate in your reality. When it comes to too much red, it's going to lead to complication, okay? Greed, egotistical, you know, behavior, bossy, hyperactive, dishonest, and sly, being cunning too, all right? Like the lady in the red dress, or the man in the red shirt, or the red suit. All right, red suit, red dress, pay attention. All right, people are running games on you if you're not aware. All right, too little red means, you know, unloved, weak willed, ungrounded, you know, frustrated, sexually inadequate, alienated, cautious, possessive, and needing approval. All right, but it's always up to you. Use these colors to your advantage. The universe is going to pop these colors, you know, in your reality for a reason. So it's up to you to pay attention and do a little investigation and use these tools, you know, to your advantage, and learn to, you know, listen to the message of the universe. The universe may be telling you, like, hey, you know, are you in fear, or are you, you know, continue to stay passionate about what you got going on right now? So continue to, you know, keep planting those seeds and do the great work. Okay, so this has been my takeaways when it comes to the colors of the chakra, color healing and awareness with the color red. And also I'm gonna be, you know, chiming in with, you know, showing you guys my creative aspect, tapping into my muse. So that's how I, you know, normally if I need to come up with some new ideas, you know, in my deep thought process, I use music as a tool. So I'll be sharing, you know, my musical aspects of myself with little talking, so you'll get to see me just move around and just piece together music and just come up with ideas. Okay, so we can all be more creative. So with that being said, again, this has been my own personal takeaway when it comes to colors of the chakra, color healing and awareness, and the color red. Be sure to click that like and subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you. We'll be back with the color orange in our next presentation. Until next time, stay grateful and focused, fam. Peace.